Imam Al-Ghazali, 1058, Al-Mustasfā min ʿilm al-Uṣūl, the judge of reason, the ruler which has been neither deposed nor changed, and the evidence of the Sharia which is credible and just, have spoken. This world is the abode of deceit, not the dwelling place of pleasure. It is the arena of action, not the bedstead of laziness. It is a station of transit, not a park of lasting amusement. It is only a trading post, not an abode of everlasting residence. It is a marketplace whose commodity is obedience to Allah, the profit of which consists of success on the day of reckoning. Obedience is of two types, practice and knowledge. Knowledge is the most profitable and prosperous part of it, for it is also a kind of practice. But it is the act of the heart which is the most valuable of the faculties of the body. It is the endeavor of reason which is the noblest of things, for it is the vehicle of religion and the bearer of trust, the trust offered by Allah to the earth, the mountains, and the heavens. But they were afraid to bear it, and resolutely refused. Further, knowledge is of three kinds. One is the purely rational, which the Sharta neither incites nor invites to, such as arithmetic, geometry, astronomy, and other such kinds of learning. This is situated between false uncertainties, which are unworthy. Indeed, some conjecture is sin, and that knowledge which is true but has no benefit. We seek refuge in Allah from knowledge which has no benefit. Benefit does not reside in the satisfaction of worldly passions and luxurious blessings, for these are transitory and must pass. On the contrary, benefit is the reward of the hereafter. Another kind is the purely traditional sciences like hadith, prophetic traditions, and tafsir, the Quran's commentarial, which are not difficult matters. For each one, young and old can know them sufficiently, because all that is required in traditional knowledge is the power of memory, where there is no role for reason. Yet the noblest knowledge is where reason and tradition are coupled, where rational opinion and the Sharia are in association. The sciences of jurisprudence, Fiqh and its principles, Usual, are of this sort, for they take from the choicest part of the Sharia and reason. They can be neither manipulated purely by reason, such that the Sharia could not accept them, nor based upon blind following, where reason could not attest to their sanctity or rectitude. It is due to the nobility of the science of jurisprudence and in ascendancy that Allah has provided ample motivation for people I seek it. Those who know it enjoy the highest station among the learned, are the greatest in honor, and have the largest following of helpers. Know that the sciences are divided into natural sciences such as medicine, mathematics, and geometry, which for our purposes are not included here, and religious sciences such as ʿIlm, Fiqh and its principles, the sciences of hadith and tafsir, and the science of inner matters, by which I mean the science of the heart and its purification from vile conduct. Each of the natural and religious sciences is further divided into universal and particular sciences. The universal science from among the religious disciplines is theology, but other sciences such as jurisprudence, its principles, hadith, and tafsir are particular sciences. For a mufassir concentrates only on the meaning of the book specifically. A muhaddith focuses only on the ways of establishing hadith in particular. A faqih looks exclusively at the rules pertaining to the acts of the lochi of obligation, and the Usuuli is attentive to only the principles of the Sharia or rules in particular. Now the mutakallim is the one who inquires into the most general of things, namely existence. He first classifies existence into the eternal and the originated. He then divides the originated into substance and accident. Next, he focuses on the eternal being, explaining that he can be neither multiple nor divisible as are originated beings. Rather, he must be one, distinguished from originated beings by certain attributes which are necessarily his, other characteristics which are impossible for him, still other characteristics which are possible for him but neither necessary nor impossible. He further distinguishes between what is possible, impossible, necessary or absurd concerning him. Then he explains that the principle of acting is possible for him and that the world is his possible act, and it is because of its possibility that it requires an originator. Also, sending messengers is among the possible acts on his part. He is capable of this and of demonstrating their truthfulness through miracles. Furthermore, this possibility has occurred. Here, the discussion of the mutakallim ends, and the influence of reason stops. Thus, reason can lead one to the truthfulness of the Prophet, but then abdicates itself, acknowledging that it receives with acceptance from the Prophet what he says concerning Allah, the Last Day, and other things that reason cannot independently comprehend nor determine its impossibility. For the Sharia may come with that which reason falls short of knowing independently, because reason does not independently know that obedience is a cause for bliss in the hereafter and that disobedience is a cause for misery, yet it cannot decide upon its impossibility either.